the correct way to eat a cinnamon roll.
Yo, what the food is that? What am I looking at? It looks like a double-double douche was dropped inside your mac and cheese dishes. Please don't be putting all those beans on my pizza and lasagna. Got me begging on my knees. Yo, what the food is that? A deep fried heart attack. Type 2 diabetes on a stick with candy coated double chin setting in. What you gonna do when your poor little cankles can no longer support you? Smells like cholesterol and shame up in here. Man, it's rancid. Is that boiled pig feet? I'm gonna be sick. Yo, what the food is wrong with you? Just tell me why you do the things you do, like coating chicken wings in purple goo and turning perfect meat into a nightmare straight from Lovecraft. The cheese-covered Swiss rolls will fuse to your back fat. Yeah, what the food? Tell me what you gonna do. Are you gonna eat the pizza with the special toppings too? Yes, it's been revealed and it turned into a spectacle. Now don't start tripping, it's just a juicy testicle. What the food is that? A frosted coated glass. What the food am I supposed to do with something that's as dumb as that? Wait a minute, now I see it. This is just a waste of space. Take a step back and get your salmon vodka out my face. You can't tell me people actually eat this. It's gotta be illegal. What even is that? Ugh. Oh, what the food? What did I just walk into? Chocolate emerald pickles with a heaping side of fragrant grue, coupled with the texture of the double sardine chocolate bread. Kinda makes me wish that this morning I had woke up dead. Can you even classify that as food? Isn't poisoning someone for internet fame illegal? What the food, man? Hi-de-ho, people. Welcome to What the Food? Something Fishy. It's the seafood special, and it is fitting that I'm wearing the Old Bay seasoning hat that I got from our good friend Sean Estep, as I will be for all of the What the Food episodes in the future. Because we also have an unboxing today from another gift from Sean Estep. So, due to the poor handling of the package by the United States Postal Service, I don't really have to cut very much. Because I have a whole corner of the box already open here. So we just got to kind of get rid of this tape. And then open the box. Oh my gosh, it's like Christmas all over again. We've got double-ended brush tip markers. Very cool, thank you. In the rainbow of colors there. I'm gonna just set that there for now. Yep. What is this one? Sketchbook for the artist. Unique blend of practical teaching and insights into classical and contemporary drawings will inspire you to develop your own style. Oh, sweet. Okay, well, I will take a look at that when I have an opportunity, because I have another announcement after this that... Yeah, oh my gosh. This is awesome. It's 25-piece 3D eraser set. Look at that. It's got dinosaurs and spacemen. And it's got airplanes, and is that a monkey? That's got a monkey in there and a snake, and ooh, look, French fries. Look, it's got French fries and pizza. It's got French fries and pizza, yo. It's got French fries and pizza. And then, of course, some sports ball stuff that nobody really cares about. Oh, and there's a tank. There's a tank, too. That's cool. I like the tank. Thank you, Sean. That's fun as hell. Oh, yeah. Oh. What is this one? Brush and detail dual tip markers. Great for detail and broad strokes. 16 markers. Thank you, sir. And then we have, ooh, sweet. Yeah, he knows me so well. Landscapes, sea, sky, air, lakes, towns, whatever. That'll be of great help for what I'm working on right now. How to draw wizards with great detail. Awesome. Wow, Sean. lifelike objects. I might even have this one. I'm not even sure. I think he might just be just like dumping stuff in a box at this point. How to draw manga. Urban sketchbook. Get out, walk, observe, draw, lose yourself, create. Okay. Sorry. I'm kind of rushing through this because I want to get to this seafood special and show you guys some really nasty stuff. Anime and chibi art class. Chibi. I hate chibi, but that's fine. There's always good things to learn. Ooh, earth tones. Earth tones. Yes. Gel pens. All right. Earth tone gel pens are always good. I like that. I like that a lot. How to create animation in 10 easy lessons. This is going to come in handy. And it looks like it's geared towards someone who's like a slow learner. So this will be great for me. It'll be great. Thank you, Sean. Did I put those back in here? Oh, there's 2 packs of the earth tones. Right? Yep. Nice. Sweet. Keeping me stocked, bro. And then the Urban Sketching Handbook, panoramas, and vertical vistas. All right, I will make sure to check these out for sure. And oh my gosh, Sean Estep has one of his super chats. So let's see what this is. Let's see what our buddy Sean Estep dropped on us this time. He keeps sending me money and stuff, and I'm like, bro, don't you need this? $50. Wow, Sean. Thank you, Sean Estep. That is, it's incredibly generous of you, especially with what you already gave us over Christmas and stuff like that. Man, here's to you, bro. Here's to you. Real quick, we'll say hi to the chat. Earlier, I popped up one of Jason Fox's waving, but he just popped back in and said, hello there. And he's like, oh, with $50. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. I mean, I need that $50. I'm not gonna lie. I need that $50. Hail to E. Clay Thomason. He says, what's up? What's up, bro? You're just in time to start the seafood special. You're really going to enjoy it. Sorry, I thought I saw something in my teeth. I had to check. Anyway, let's go share screen. I forgot to push that button. I was outside moving dirt, and I forgot to, you know, I barely made it in here in time to start the stream. Because, you know, we've been doing some remodeling and stuff. And at the end of the stream, okay. He said, dude, your audio is like 1 decibel. Somebody should have said something. Gosh, Jason. Dropping the ball, bro. But yeah, so if you're watching the replay, make sure you crank that volume. Watching the unboxing with Sean Estep's shit. I hope that the audio is better now. Ellis, shh. Sorry, that's my dog. He's being a butthole right now, barking right outside my window. He's such a playful little turd. It's fantastic. Oh, I see. He says my headset is on full audio, so that's why he didn't think I was quiet. So you did sound fine to me. Now I might be a little loud. He might have to turn his shit down a little bit. E. Clay says, hey, I can hear you now. Oh, how about that? Yeah, my audio was turned down for my recording session earlier because I re-recorded the new vocals for Total Control. And I'm going to re-release that soon. Jason Fox, as a matter of fact, will be hopefully lending me some screams for it. It's a total remake of Total Control. I extended the song by almost a minute. I changed the entirety of the music and the feel of the song. If anyone's seen it before, it was originally dubstep. Now it is strictly metal. Well, I rap on it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to check out some really lovely food stuff. All right, I am going to get rid of this so I don't accidentally play it again. Remove from studio. There we go. All right, so who here loves seafood, loves fish, loves shrimp. Loves lobster. Sardines. I could have called this episode, the sardine special if it weren't for getting lucky and not in the way that most people would think. Yeah. But anyway, if you like seafood, you probably like it fresh, right? So this lady obviously likes her seafood fresh too, because she, nope, 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 nope. That's noise. I don't want noise. Thanks. Yeah, and then, oh, that is some fresh fish. Oh, Jason Fox says, just did buy crab today. Sweet. Hell yeah. Probably, Jason says, I'm from Norway. What you think? Yeah, you like fish. I know, but do you like it this fresh? Like, or do you give it a chance to actually finish dying first? That's the real question. All right. I can't I have to see about the audio on this, because it might actually be worth... Yes, that's right. This one is totally worth sharing the audio on. So guess what? We're stopping that, and I'm going to reshare that with the audio, because that's hilarious. We'll just remember to mute the screen audio on the ones that I really hate. There it is. Yeah, let's see what the volume of this is set at. It's at 55. Let's bump that up to 80. Let's... Yeah, and gauging from what's on the screen, I would say it's probably a Russian thing. So that fish is like, you think you're going to eat me, my friend? No, I'm going to kick your ass. I don't care if I don't have guts and I'm cut up to pieces. I will kill you, because I'm a Russian fish. Yeah, anyway. E. Clay Thomason says, a little too fresh for me. And he says, E. Clay Thomas also says, I've heard morticians say human bodies do that sometimes because of trapped gases and stuff. It's possible, but this is pretty lively. That's pretty lively. I don't blame that lady for freaking out. She doesn't look like she was ready for that dead fish to start moving. You know what I mean? Ooh, no, this is one we will not be sharing audio on. That is awful. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Alright, so, do you guys like shrimp? Prawns, for those of you in Down Under? Do you guys like prawns? Shrimp? Pineapple shrimp? Barbecue shrimp? Jumbo shrimp? Coconut shrimp? Yeah, I know you've seen that movie, so whatever. All right, so if you like shrimp, this might change your mind a little bit, or you might like this. I don't know. Do not ask me what this white stuff is, because I don't know, and I will give you a dirty answer that you will not appreciate. Yeah. So I thought it was pancake something at first. But then this part. So I feel like that went a little quick. So let's slow that down for everybody to take a look at. Let's go to half speed here. He's got the full-on shrimp/prawn. All right. And then he puts it in a press inside of what I thought was going to be some kind of pancake batter or crepe dough. All right. Crepe batter. And then he presses it and it cooks it. And then you pull it out and you have shrimp praline, apparently. Yummy, yummy shrimp cracker. Who doesn't love the shrimpy cracker? E. Clay Thomason says, full-on prawn. That's a great band. All right. If you say so. I don't know who that is. But I just turned it down to 0.25 speed so we can get a full, sizable look at this shrimp praline or whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Look at that crunch. Did you see that debris fly off there, ladies and gentlemen? it just blows off the freaking, yeah. And then, of course, every little bit of it is crunchy and going in the garbage as soon as humanly possible. I myself could never, ever eat something like that. Jason Fox says, the heck? Indeed. Indeed. What the heck is that? And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's crank this up to 2 times speed and loop it for a little bit while we talk about why we shouldn't, dismiss this right away. Maybe this is really good. Maybe whatever that white stuff is, all right, so looping doesn't actually freaking work, apparently. Gosh. But yeah, like maybe that's some kind of tartar sauce thing. Like maybe it tastes like tartar sauce and it's shrimp with tartar sauce. Who knows? Who knows? Would you guys eat this? Would you eat the shrimp praline? I need an honest answer. Like right away. E. Clay Thomason says 3D into 2D in 2 seconds. Awesome, but not very appealing. Very, very true. Very true indeed. Yes, the shrimp press. Of course, Jason Fox, being the psycho man that he is, he says it might be good. I don't think so, my friend. You are a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. No way. Gross. But then again, he says, I would try it because why not? Yes, why not? The irrefutable justification for any behavior. In all honesty. Why not? He says, damn, I can't type. Well, it seems like you're doing fine to me. At least I can understand what you're saying. Oh, he says he's gaming at the same time. Oh, well, don't have to worry about him making poor life choices and watching this while he's eating. Especially, I had sushi earlier, and it started to not agree with me, and I was all like, how ironic would it be if I got sick because I ate sushi before my seafood special? Blowing up California rolls all over the freaking studio is how that would have gone, but luckily, I was spared that agony. Anyway, moving on to the next amazing wonder of science. Amazing wonder of science. Okay, so, Jason said he would try the prawn thing. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that E. Clay Thomason would also try it. Because he says it's not very appealing. He might try it. Not very is not the same as saying that looks disgusting or that looks gross. But for those of you who really, 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 really love shrimp, this next one is for you. Yes, it's the famous shrimp sickles. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. They just packed a bunch of shrimp inside of a freaking popsicle maker. Yeah, let's go back over that. Yeah, load it full of shrimp. And then, of course, he makes his ketchup and whatever that is, and then he dips it in shrimp sickles. Shrimp sickles are so tasty. Jason Fox says, the heck. This is a heck nah. Yeah, for real. And E. Clay Thomason, in response to my you will eat the prawns and be happy, he said, I ain't eating that, and I ain't eating no sushi either, son. Well, you need to broaden your horizons, sir. Honestly, maybe try something like testicle pizza. Rocky Mountain oysters go great on a pizza, from what I hear. I won't ever try it myself because I'm a man of standards, but, shoot for it. And I'm kidding, E. Clay Thomas. Don't take that personally. I hope you're not as sensitive as Jason is. Honestly. Yeah, so would you guys eat the shrimp sickle? How about the shrimp sickle? Do you guys want the shrimp sickle? Everybody wants the shrimp sickle. Jason, except for Jason Fox, who already said it's a heck nah. And then I guess, since he's ain't eating that, he ain't gonna eat, the shrimp sickles either. Jason Fox says, no, pizza like that, I don't want the flashback. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you do. It's in the intro and the exit. That's why nobody watches the intro and the outro. They all show up 2 minutes late and leave 2 minutes early. Yeah, that's right. There's clear spikes on it. They're like, nah. Okay, he's doing regular stuff. Yeah, see, he confirms it. He says, nope, won't do that. That's fine. That's fine. I've got one that's guaranteed to make you guys salivate. All right, if you guys like stroopwafels, and that should automatically break your brain because this is a seafood special, and that is a stroopwafel with what looks to be caramel and probably matcha. And some, whatever the hell that is. What do you think that is? Think that like halibut or cod or like some random fish they pulled out of a cooling pond? I don't know. I don't know, but that is a caramel matcha fish and onion stroopwafel. E. Clay Thomas could be onto something. It could be herring, pickled herring. Pickled herring. That could be very true. You are a wise man, E. Clay Thomason. Yeah. How about the stroopwafel? E. Clay, would you eat the stroopwafel, the pickled herring, matcha caramel stroopwafel? Jason Fox is just not having it today. He says, "Ugh, nah." Yeah, I kind of figured. But, you know. E. Clay Thompson says, I am wise. I am wise. That's why I'm not eating this garbage. Yes, that is fair. That is fair. All right, I will concede to once again your wisdom of the situation. For those of you who missed it, you know what? Let's crank this up to 2 times speed, shall we? Yeah, it's caramel matcha. We're assuming pickled herring and onions on top of a stroopwafel. From Van Verdenzer Stroopwafel Company. Yeah. Obviously, there's not a lot of stuff that people want right now from this show, but, you know, maybe we'll find something. Like, maybe it's this one, okay? This one actually kind of plays into, where the hell is the picture that goes along with that? It disappeared. This is total BS. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's the last picture. Okay, goes along with this. Okay. This actually does go along with last week's Asian delicacies. But, yeah, so that's eggs. They're making a nice, what's referred to as a rolled omelet. Yeah, look at that. That is a rolled omelet. And now the question is, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is inside the rolled omelet? That is the real question you have to ask yourself. What exactly was that? If anyone can guess correctly, I will say congratulations to you, because I don't think you're going to get it. What do we think this is? What kind of meat? Tasty. Yeah, what kind of meat would you roll inside an omelet? E. Clay Thomason says, I hope it's a fish fillet. Fish fillet. Well, as I said on Comics Division stream, hope in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up faster, because guess what? It's not fish fillet. Even though technically it is fish fillet. Let's go up to 2 times speed. And then, boom, there it is. Yep. Jason, I'm waiting on your input here, bro. What do you think is inside this rolled omelet? What is this mystery meat? Lovely, tasty yum yum. What do you think that is? And please note the sarcasm in my voice when I say yum yum. Yes. He says octopus. That's a good guess. But no. Nope. That is in fact. Why did that pop up over there? Jeez. Whatever. It is, in fact, a fluffy Japanese rolled omelet filled with savory grilled eel. So what do you guys think? Would you rock down on some grilled eel omelet? Honest opinions here, guys. Would you get down on a grilled eel omelet that's made at like, you know, made this way? Like I didn't even know they had like slanted grills like that to cook omelets on. Like it's just kind of crazy. Like I love watching that at 2 times speed because it's hilarious to me. I personally don't know how I feel about any fish related omelet. Period. Wow, that is just not cooperating today, is it? Um, would that so yeah, that's grilled eel apparently. So would you guys get down on that? I'm gonna go out on a wild. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just take a wild stab at it and say you guys won't eat it. Clay Thomason says the Japanese love eels. That they do. You are correct, sir. I forgot to trim this one. This one's a little long, so we're gonna go to the part that actually pertains to the show. Yeah, right. Okay. This part does not pertain to the show. What follows does. And we're going to go ahead and just automatically jack this up to 2 times speed. Jason Fox says, I have tried eels, as have I. I actually do like some types of eel sushi, like unagi is fairly tasty. But I don't know about rolled in eggs. E. Clay Thomason says, no, but I would eat an omelet with fish in it, something like blackened catfish. He says, but not like this, so it's a no for me. Okay, that's fair, Jason. Both of you make fair points. I probably just couldn't do eggs with fish in them. But that's a me thing. So yeah, anyway, so this does not pertain to what this right here is what we're actually looking at. Yeah, so those are stingrays, and I have no idea I have no idea what the little thing is. It could be a shark for all I know. I doubt it. It could be though. And then yeah, so slather those stingrays up in some butter and make sure you wrap that whatever patty in some egg. Put the double stingray egg sandwich with a whatever egg sandwich. And I'm gonna say it's sriracha of some kind. They're like some kind of hot sauce. That's probably not ketchup and mayo. That's probably like tartar sauce or some weird shit like that. And yeah, there you go. Would you guys eat that? Yeah, you guys want some of this river stingrays or even saltwater stingrays. Yeah. Something fishy going on here. E. Clay Thomas says, never eaten eels, but I like the band. Alrighty. I didn't know there was a band named Eels. Or named Never Eaten Eels. I don't know. Jason Fox says, I eat a lot of different seafood, but I would not eat it like that. Are would you eat the stingrays? Would you eat these bad boys here? E. Clay Thomason says, flounder isn't bad, so maybe stingray is like that. It could be. You never know. I know one person who probably won't even bother watching this show, and that will be our good friend Christian DeLorme, because he absolutely despises everything that comes out of the water. He won't eat it, nothing at all. But would you guys eat the stingray sandwiches? Apparently, E. Clay Thomason is not entirely opposed to it. He said, Jason Fox says, we do sell stingray. Yes. Of course, you get a lot of stingray in Norway, right? I'm sure there's just loads and loads of stingrays all across the coasts and in the rivers of Norway. I'm absolutely sure of that. You daft bastard. I just looked at it today. Okay, you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you're my friend. I believe you. Norway imports some weird shit. All right, I've heard. Like, they've got some weird shit. And he says it's not that bad. Wow, I color me support. Like, E. Clay Thomas says, I heard Norway is the stingray capital of the world. Yeah, indeed. Color me surprised because he says it's not bad. I don't think I could eat a stingray. There's just... Nah, I'm good. I don't think I'd even try it. Blech. There's a lot of stuff in this world I will try, but stingray is just not, like, had never even crossed my mind as being food stuff. Ever. Not ever in the history of ever did stingrays cross my mind. But, you know, maybe you like some freshwater shit, right? And maybe you're feeling something more along the lines of, like... E. Clay Thomas says, you think stingray had bones in it? Oh, they're invertebrates. Pretty sure. All cartilage, mostly. Not complete invertebrates. I guess they're soft bone fish or some weird shit like that. I'm not sure how they classify stingray. I'm gonna have to look that up soon because I love researching questions about fish and stuff like that. This looks like a freshwater pike. With some tomato ketchup. Well, how about that? Would you guys eat some freshwater pike with some ketchup on it? I've had pike before, and as long as it's cooked quickly, like pull it out of the water, gut it, kill it, throw it on the, kill it, gut it, throw it on the freaking grill with wrapped in foil with some butter inside of it and stuff. Perfect. Absolutely delicious. I don't know about with ketchup though, honestly. But me being a mountain guy and living here, I'm like, I would love some pike. Jason Fox says, stingrays do not have bones. Their skeletons are made entirely of flexible cartilage. That's what I thought. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm still going to do some research on some stingrays tonight because I'm a little curious now about various things about stingrays. I've researched the shit out of pike though. I know the perfect way to catch for pike because they give you $20 a head up at certain lakes in Colorado. Catching them, getting them out of the lakes. It's really, really good. But yeah, would you guys have some pike with ketchup and what is that? Say Highlands or something? Not 100% sure what that beer is. But would you do pike with ketchup and beer? I would. Well, probably not the beer, because I haven't drank in a really, really long time, and I'm probably not going to. But the thing is, I would eat that pike. I would have some pike. Just scrape the ketchup right off of it. And maybe you're all like, man, that really looks like... that looks like crap. Jason Fox says, not with ketchup. Yeah, not with ketchup. That's the only thing setting it back there. Yeah, so, crap. The carp caviar. Carp caviar. In case you guys aren't familiar with what carp are, they're basically just oversized goldfish. And caviar is their eggs. And it's sold as crap. Crap. Carp caviar is crap. Accurate branding. Gross. Gross. What is wrong with Europe? Man, would you guys eat some crap carp caviar? E. Clay Thomason says, I'm not eating that crap. Well, I don't blame you, bro. It says it's fresh fish. And obviously it's totally in a refrigerator of some kind. So it should be fine. It looks like it might be a gas station, but whatever. $60 a kilo. 100 grams for $5.99. That's euro. Interesting. Still seems expensive to me, but I would never eat that crap. No. How about sardines and SpaghettiOs eaten cold? Anyone? Anyone? Sardines and SpaghettiOs, anyone? No? Okay, okay. Maybe not the sardines and SpaghettiOs. Well, how about, Jason Fox says, the heck? Yeah, well, maybe you'd like some shrimp cocktail chocolate cups just in time for Valentine's Day. You know, you have your chocolate cup filled with tartar sauce or with cocktail sauce, and you top it with a shrimp while it's still a little soft, and then you can just eat the whole thing, chocolate, shrimp, and cocktail sauce all at the same time. How about that, guys? Everybody loves the shrimp cocktail chocolate cups. He's again, Jason Fox says, I will pass on that. Thank you very much. E. Clay Thomason says, if only if I were on Fear Factor. That was a crazy show. And I think some of these foodstuffs would have been rejected by the Fear Factor people. That feels like a resounding no for the Valentine's Day shrimp cocktail chocolate cups. Well, this is certain to bring some life into your next social gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress enough how much you need eel head dumplings. Yes, it looks like something out of Aliens, but you know, eel head dumplings. How about that? You guys want some eel head dumplings? You know you do. Look at that. Look at that. And look at these ones over here. Aren't they fabulous? Just gorgeous looking eel head dumplings, and I'm way over there. Yeah, look at that. Tasty, right? This is definitely set to make your next party the talk of the town. Everyone in the world will talk about what you served at your party if you drop eel head dumplings on them, especially if they're not small eels like this, and say like it's a longfin eel from like New Zealand where they're like, the head is like a good like 9 inches around, and like that really, yeah, that really would make you the talk of the town. Eel head dumplings. Jason Fox says, "Oh God, I can't eat xenomorphs." He says the acid blood will kill ya. That's fair. That's fair. Hail to Sanding Monkey. He says, "I prefer when my food doesn't bite back." Interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting concept, Sanding Monkey. Why would you like that? Why would you prefer that your food does not bite you back on its way down? I mean, come on. E. Clay Thomason says, "Funny, that's exactly what it looks like coming out the other end." Yeah, I bet it does. Just a gaping maw coming out your chocolate delicate starfish there. Yeah, so I'm assuming, just assuming that that's a big fat no on the eel head dumplings. Okay. That's fine. They're not for everybody. Maybe instead you want to go a little bit more of a British route. All right, and you just do fish and cheese on toast. Yeah, that's fish and cheese on toast. Yep. It's not quite as impactful as the bull penis soup from last week, but I gotta tell you, fish and cheese on toast. Really not on my bucket list. I mean, goodness gracious. And like it's like the fish is like this weird like pale gray to dark gray / like bits of brown, and then the white globby cheese stuff over here looks like something you'd see on a Ron Jeremy set. And then and the toast itself looks like you probably got it in a diner. And so I'm assuming that this person paid money for this at a diner or something, or like maybe they made it at home. Who knows? It's a lot. It's a lot. Jason Fox says, "Did not know that was a thing." Yeah. Yep. Fish and cheese on toast. Let me know if you want some. I'll send you the recipe. Yeah. I will absolutely send you the recipe for fish and cheese on toast. And now I think, is this the miss? No, this is another guess what it is. That's right. This is the guess what it is. Yeah, what do you think this stuff is? Huh? What do you think all this is? Tasty. Look at that. Look at the folds. Look at the folds, and then the charring over here, and then like that's some glossy meat right here. I don't exactly know what. And then, of course, the orange sauce on it that looks like, you know, uh, a baby spit up after eating some pureed carrots. But, what do you guys think of this? What do you think this is? Huh? Main dish with the side of what? What do you think both of these things are? Because I bet you won't guess it. E. Clay Thomas says, I know exactly what that is. Disgusting. Haha, played around, and he's right. He's honestly right. That is gross. Jason Fox says, oyster and meat? You're I feel like that's too general, but I'm gonna give you points for that one. Because it is, in fact, liver with a side of oysters in hot sauce. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Oysters in hot sauce. Doesn't that look delicious? Doesn't that just sound delicious? Oysters in hot sauce. Mmm. Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything. No, not at all. Man, my voice is nice and smooth today because I was able to actually warm up and do my singing, and I had a great time recording Total Control earlier. It was good. And then, of course, this is liver. I don't mind liver. I like liver and onions. I like liver on its own. I like liverwurst. I like, but this is not the pairing that I would think of with liver. With liver, I'm sitting here thinking, like, maybe I should have some vegetables to offset what this is going to do to my digestive system. Not, hey, I'm going to have some oysters, so when it reaches the other end, it comes out pressurized at full speed. Yeah, like full pressure relief on a compressed valve there. Like, no thank you. Ew. An aphrodisiac that gives you the runs is what oysters are, from what I hear. Yeah. He says, I like oyster and liver, but not like that. Thank you, Jason. You apparently are just not having any of the seafood stuff that we're doing today. And I'm disappointed, these next ones don't have names. They don't have listings. So I'm just going to call them as I see them. All right, that's just how we're going to go about this at this current point in time. I'm assuming this is a fish head pot pie of some kind. It looks like a fish head pot pie because there's fish heads and it's kind of looks like a pot pie, but it's really big and weird. Maybe it's a fish head casserole. I'm not 100% sure. Jason says, "What the f?" And yeah, that's a fair assertion, bro. Because I don't know. Look at this fish head pot pie. Fish head pot pie. He says, "Why? Why what?" I mean, look, they left the eyes in. It's okay if you leave the eyes in. Sometimes they pop and it gets the juice all over the place, and then people are all like, "Oh man, that's a little much." But like they didn't descale it, and like they left the eyes in, which means is the fish should be nice and and moist, like definitely be moist fish. I mean, if you like moist fish, maybe this fish head pot pie is your thing, And if you're a sane human being, it's not. It's just not. Okay. So probably not go through with that. Now, this next one is also, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I can identify that as like being crab meat. Possibly shrimp. I know that. And then these are like crystal noodles of some kind. I'm not 100% sure what those are. I don't know what this is. That could be an onion. That could also be some weird ass like oriental fish recipe, and then like I'm going to assume that's like a piece of chicken or something, and then it's not like a piece of bug because it looks like a bug's leg over there, and then like I think that's shrimp or possibly crab, not 100% sure. It's a strange color though. It's this weird blue color with some green tints. It's got the purple thing over here with the orange of the meat stuff and the whites of the meat stuff. And look, that looks like it could be broccoli. Not 100% sure here. We should take a closer look at, what is that? What is that green nodular glob of weird shit that is going on here? Like, what is this? Can anyone tell me what this is? I can't tell you what this is because I don't know what that is. I mean, like, honestly, that's our mystery flavors for right now. Like, because I don't know what that's supposed to be. If anyone who is more cultured and knowledgeable than me knows what this is, then please reach out. All right. Jason Fox says, I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're all just kind of at a loss at the moment because there was no comment. And again, I'm not 100% sure on what the fascination is with sardines. People eating sardines in all these weird ways. But, you know, we have sardines with saltines and hot sauce. You know, maybe this person's on a diet. Maybe this person's really poor and this is what the food bank gave them, and then more power to them. God bless them. May they live a very long life in good health and receive better food than this. But why in the world would you, like, why would you rationally and personally, like, choose to subject yourself to something like this? Like, what is wrong with you, blurry person who posted sardines with hot sauce and saltines? I mean, does that actually sound anybody? Does anyone open a can of sardines and go, let me get my Tabasco and saltine crackers? Like, my father-in-law loved sardines and anchovies and stuff, and I can honestly tell you, I don't know. Jason Fox says, I'm poor as fuck. I will eat. Yes, that's fair. That's fair. Hail to Culture Casino. He says, yikes. Yes. Yes, indeed, yikes. Sardines with hot sauce. Culture, would you eat that? Would you eat that, my good friend? And hail to you and welcome. I hope you're feeling well, sir. And in case you missed the announcement earlier, I just finished recording Total Control's remake earlier. Tonight I'll be editing. And then I'm going to get Jason in on it, too. But yeah, anyway, sardines, hot sauce, and saltines. Culture Casino says, not touching that. Oh, man, nothing today has gotten any real positive approval outside of Jason Fox, who is, you know, both Norwegian and poor, so he will literally eat anything, and he'll be happy about it, because, you know, food is food. I just thought this was cute, so I'd share it. This is just a regular cake that's shaped like a shrimp, you know, so there's that. And then, what is this? Oh, yes. This is another. Here you go. Here you go. I'm just going to put this right here and let you guys guess which part of this is the seafood and what that seafood is. All right, is it the white chunky stuff up here mixed in with the vegetables? Or are those potatoes? Is it these weird stringy things on the side? Or are those some kind of weird noodles? Who knows? Oh, I bet you guys do, because, I mean, come on. You just look at that picture, unless you're blind and you're listening, then you can't see it. And then I'll describe it to you in a second, so hold on. Gosh, you're rushing me. Quit. Blind people, so pushy. Anyway, yeah, so what do you guys think this is? Keeping in mind it's disgusting. Grossy, gross, 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 gross. I will give you to the count of 5 to start posting your answers. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 3 3/4, 4, 4 1/4, 4.33, 4.45, 4.5. 5. All right. He says, nope. Jason says, nope. Okay, good enough. It's baby eels and vegetables. That's right. These little things over here are baby eels. And for our visually impaired listeners here, we had the baby eels happen to be pretty much stark white, except for a charcoal gray stripe running down the back. And they're mounded up, much like their chow mein noodles, with a fork next to them. It could also be the fact, you know, like I would, you know, if this were me and I were being forced to eat it, I would probably use chopsticks, just because. And then, of course, these appear to be potatoes, carrots, peas, and green beans. So all mushy, by the way, mushy boiled, icky, gross vegetables. I would rather eat the eels than the vegetables. That's just kind of how it is. You know what I mean? So would you guys eat the baby eels and vegetables? Would you look at these babies and be like, get in my belly? No, no, no takers on the baby eels. Man, I'm glad I'm not having a rummage sale. I would just be sitting here not selling anything. Yeah, instead I'm selling nightmares. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're back to sardines, the poor man's tuna. Yeah, spicy seafood ramen and sardines. Yeah, so basically this is fish soup with ramen noodles in it. Yep. Yep. And of course, you don't remove anything from sardines before you shove them into your pot of whatever and then consume them apparently whole. I have never brought myself to eat sardines because even the very concept of eating sardines is disgusting to me. I love fish. I love large predatory fish that eat sardines in the open water, but I will not personally eat sardines. They seem gross. And that's the hill I'm willing to die on. This is an abomination because it's seafood ramen with freaking sardines. Yeah. Again, Jason Fox says I love sardines, but not in there. Yeah, you mean you don't want sardines in your ramen? I heard that was a very popular dish though. Sardine ramen. Maybe you guys want to see the take on the seafood Bloody Mary. Yeah, let's take a look at the seafood Bloody Mary, shall we? Yeah, it starts down here. Got half-shell oysters, crab legs. You work your way up with some vegetables here. There's pretty much a whole lobster right here. Several crab legs on the side. Jalapeno peppers. Those almost look photoshopped. This might be fake. I probably should have looked closer. But seriously, that looks like that's a lot of Bloody Mary. Let's see if we can figure out if this is fake or not. Because those peppers don't look like they should be sitting there like that unless they have a skewer on them, but they don't. There's no skewer to be seen. It does look a bit AI. He's correct. Jason Fox is correct. I should have looked closer at this picture because there's no way these jalapenos are just levitating here. Let's take a look. I bet you this is an AI menu picture for somebody at their restaurant, and this would be a good expectation versus reality. Like, why are all the skewers down here? Like, okay, they're skewering all this shit together, but they didn't put a skewer. Like, wow, that's some oversight right there. I apologize. Oversight on my part and whoever made it. They're using the force. Yes, they are. Let's go to something that's definitely not AI, shall we? Yeah, let's go with smoked oysters and Doritos. Says one of this person's favorite trash snacks. Oysters and Doritos. Nacho cheese Doritos and smoked oysters. Who doesn't think that looks absolutely delicious? Yum. I'm so excited to eat my nacho cheese Doritos and my oysters. Yeah. Gonna be so tasty. Icky. You guys want that? Would this be more acceptable than testicle pizza? Smoked oysters on nacho cheese Doritos. Fromage, nacho cheese. Obviously, this is in Canada because that bag is in both English and French. Jason Fox says, heck nah. And what you say? Fromage, nacho cheese? I don't know. Nacho cheese and smoked oysters. You might like smoked oysters. Is this more acceptable than the testicle pizza? Is it more acceptable than the testicle pizza? To have oysters on nacho cheese Doritos in Canada? Standing Monkey says, poor man's hors d'oeuvres. Indeed. Or just a fairly eccentric rich person who has low-class tastes. He says, if I need to pick, then I pick this. So he's choosing the smoked oysters and Doritos over the testicle pizza. Jason Fox officially rejects the testicle pizza for the smoked oysters and nacho cheese Doritos. Wow. Okay. I'm going to zoom in and make sure this one's not AI. This is definitely not AI. Yeah, okay. How about a sardine Christmas tree? You guys want a sardine Christmas tree with a little ornament mushroom on top? Yeah. Yeah. Everybody would love. Everybody would love the sardine Christmas tree. See, it's the sardines again. Why is so many people into sardines? I mean, honestly, gross. Sorry, I was scrolling through comments to see if I missed anything important. Would you guys eat this in any way, shape, or form? Do you guys like sardines? Like, honestly? Jason says that's too much. You mean you don't think you could eat that before it started smelling like a fucking dock? Like, seriously? Sandy Monkey says, soak sardines in lemon juice overnight and it helps the flavor. Yeah, you know what else helps the flavor? Not tasting them in the first place. Yep. If you never have to live with salted fish taste in your mouth and on your hands and all over wherever you spill it, then you're better off. I will never eat sardines. You couldn't pay me to eat sardines. That's not true, but it would be an extensive amount of money. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So hey, bonjour, Christian Delorme, coming in near the end there. How about that? We've got 3 left, but or 2 left, and you're just in time, my friend. Just in time, because this is a mini baguette hollowed out with a knife and stuffed with a whole can of fish liver. That's right, fish liver. Inside of a baguette. He says, sorry I'm late, busy working. Totally fine, I can gross you out with fish liver stuffed baguettes. Mini baguette hollowed out with a knife and stuffed with a whole can of fish liver. Yar. Who doesn't love a good fish liver, right? I've never had fish liver. Is it good? Christian would definitely know. Because you know how much he loves seafood, right, Christian? Yep. Yep. He absolutely loves seafood. I know he does. No, that's right. I'm thinking of somebody else. Christian absolutely hates everything that comes out of the water. Yes, I personally would not really get down on a baguette stuffed with fish livers, but you know, I'm somewhat picky when it comes to my fish dishes. Christian says, "Oh yeah, and mermaids too." Yeah, yep. How about calamari jello? That's pretty much a whole octopus inside of jello. Or a mini squid inside of jello mold. Yeah. They're tiny too, because you got to keep in mind these are drizzles they put on a plate and then they put those on top of it. I've actually had whole squid calamari before, and it's not bad. But I don't know if I could do this. Christian Delorme says gross. Yeah, I actually agree with you on this one, bro. I actually agree with you. Anyone ever had calamari jello? The answer is no. No sane person has ever had it, and those who claim to have it and say they like it are lying, because there's no way that this is appetizing for anyone ever, at all. Never in the history of ever would this actually be good. I don't care what flavor this jello has. I don't care why, and like that looks like caramel sauce. Why would you even think of pairing caramel and squid? I doubt it. It could just be some spicy sauce. Not sure. I try not to imagine that they're trying to make calamari with sweets and stuff, but you never know. Jason Fox says, nah, nah. Oh, come on. Another one Jason Fox won't eat. Who would have figured? Goodness gracious. It's almost like you don't like food. Like, honestly, look at this. Look at how much work obviously went into making these tiny little abominations that look like they're perfect size to sling at strangers as they walk by, because you're upset that this is what your freaking restaurant gave you as a calamari appetizer. I was expecting something deep fried with some marinara sauce. Instead, they gave me a giant gelatinous glob with a whole freaking squid inside of it and a bunch of drizzled shit that I can't use because, you know, it's just wasted on the plate. Thank you, Michelin 4-star restaurants, for ruining everything. Proportions, pricing, presentation. Blech. Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything. And you know what? Just because Christian's here, let's take another look at the fish head pot pie, shall we? I mean, this is definitely something that Christian should be made aware of. This is some fish head pot pie stuff going on here. I personally, you know, don't think that I would eat it, but I think that there are some people in the world who would get down on that. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. This was a fantastic show. I had a great time. Thank you, Sean Estep, for all of the wonderful presents that you sent. What? Christian Delorme says, Tabarnak. Tabarnak. Tabernac? Tabernac? Tabarnak. You're a strange person, my friend. But that's kind of why I like you so much. Indeed. I had a fantastic time today, ladies and gentlemen. I have not decided what we're doing next week for What the Food. But so far, let's take a look at what we've got. It's a French curse word. Oh, so I've just been sitting here cursing in French trying to Tabarnak is a curse word in French. That's not the button I wanted to push. I'm trying to look up what files which one should we do next? Let's see. We have breakfast. I have enough to do 2 breakfast specials. And then the other ones are already on my computer and I'd have to look at them. So I will post a Jason Fox says, need some foods from Norway. If you want to send me some weird shit from, like, pictures from your grocery store or some shit you'll think I will find weird as hell, go for it, bro. I will feature it on What the Food. Absolutely. Hit me up on X. I am Toxalot Entertainment over there for everyone who is not aware of me over on X, which is where I will be posting a poll for next week's options, which will include breakfast time and a couple of other ones I forget the names of at the moment. But tonight I will be doing I won't be doing a game stream tonight. We're going to be totally honest about that. I'm not going to be doing a game stream tonight because I am going to be full-on editing and getting down into the nitty-gritty on Total Control's remake. I re-recorded the whole thing earlier today, and I'm going to have my portions of it completely done, hopefully by afternoon tomorrow, my time. And then I'll send it over to Jason Fox for him to do some screaming on. And then we'll move forward from there on, because that song's been burning a hole in my brain. I started the rewrite basically on Wednesday last week. And I just finished it today, and I'm going to get it fully recorded. Or I got it fully recorded today, and then I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to, it's going to be fantastic. Every single step of making this song has had catharsis when I've completed it so far, and I look forward to the full catharsis of it being done again and then out for everyone to listen to. But to let every single person in the world know, it is no longer a dubstep track. It is a full-on heavy metal track now. So Total Control now has the life that it deserved the first time. And while I do appreciate everything that people did, with that song and how much people liked that song, I'm hoping that they'll appreciate what I'm about to do even more. I'm very excited about this. And make sure you go and check out Jason Fox's new song from Ophir. Yeah, that song. I'm really bad with that kind of stuff, so he's probably going to be like, that's not what it's called. But Jason Fox says this is what the screams will be like if you go check out his YouTube over there. I'm going to have him doing some screaming, and we'll see how that goes. Because I've never had someone scream on one of my tracks before, so I'm actually really looking forward to what he is able to do and stuff, and I look forward to future endeavors with my good friend Jason Fox. And of course, tomorrow, make sure you catch Christian DeLorme's channel, Vinyl Revival, over on Rumble. We're going to be talking Warren Zevon right about this same time tomorrow. We're going to be going over his 8 greatest songs, is I think what he said. His 8 most popular songs, and I think it's just me and Christian, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm looking forward to it because Warren Zevon did my favorite classic rock song of all time, which is Werewolves of London. I'm really tired right now. Like, I was so excited to work on that song today that I did not sleep for shit last night. So yeah. Yeah, okay, so top 8 tracks on Spotify, just you and me. That's from Christian DeLorme. So, yeah. Jason Fox says, I started a new style with my voice, and in a few days I made it the way I want it. Very nice. Very nice. I will be sending you those files probably tomorrow for me, after I've got it edited. For me, it'll probably be like 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow that I'll be sending it to you. I don't remember how far ahead you are of me, but I've got I'm gonna do some basic effects. I'm gonna do doubling, stuff like that, and it's gonna be fantastic. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go find myself some food. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Stay sexy, don't get murdered, and as always, have a wonderful time.
Not the correct way to eat a cinnamon roll.
Yo, what the food is that? What am I looking at? It looks like a double douche was dropped inside your mac and cheese dishes. Please don't be putting all those beans on my pizza and lasagna. Got me begging on my knees. Yo, what the food is that? A deep fried heart attack, type 2 diabetes on a stick with candy coated double chin setting in. What you gonna do when your poor little cankles can no longer support you? Smells like cholesterol and shame up in here. Man, it's rancid. Is that boiled pig feet? I'm gonna be sick. Yo, what the food is wrong with you? Just tell me why you do the things you do, like coating chicken wings in purple goo and turning perfect meat into a nightmare straight from Lovecraft. The cheese-covered Swiss rolls will fuse to your back fat. Yeah, what the food? Tell me what you gonna do. Are you gonna eat the pizza with the special toppings too? Yes, it's been revealed and it turned into a spectacle. Now don't start tripping, it's just a juicy testicle. What the food is that? A frosted coated glass. What the food am I supposed to do with something that's as dumb as that? Wait a minute, now I see it. This is just a waste of space. Take a step back and get your salmon vodka out my face. You can't tell me people actually eat this. It's gotta be illegal. What even is that? Ugh. Oh, what the food? What did I just walk into? Chocolate emerald pickles with a heaping side of fragrant grue, coupled with the texture of the double sardine chocolate bread. Kinda makes me wish that this morning I had woke up dead. Can you even classify that as food? Isn't poisoning someone for internet fame illegal? What the food, man?